Hello everyone. So obviously it's been a while since I've made a new video. The main reason for that is because I haven't actually got a computer at the moment. I've not had one for a while. So I haven't been able to do any editing. So, I mean, I've got my iPhone, I can edit videos on there, but I've got no way of like stabling the my phone for the camera. So I'm going to have to look into some sort of tripod. But basically, I haven't really got much in the way of vacuum cleaners since my last video, which was of the Hoover Breeze, I believe. That was the last full video that I made. This is pretty much the first vac that I've got since then. Now, I don't know if many of you know, but I'm actually a machine knitter. So I've been quite busy with that during lockdown. And obviously working and stuff, so... yeah, that's where I've been. I've not gone anywhere. I'm not going to close my account or anything like that. I'll pop up from time to time. So, you know, I'm not going anywhere. But anyway, here is a 1972 Hoover Convertible Deluxe 1076. I got this just recently. I love it to bits. The colour scheme is just amazing. I've just finished restoring it. Quite a bit of work I needed to do on this one. I've cleaned it up, serviced it, and polished everything. There was a few bits of rust that I had to spend some time removing, so that was probably what took the most time. But yeah, everything's been cleaned, the bag's been washed, motor's been serviced, and it runs sweet as anything. There's a bit of patina, you know, but it's knocking on for 48 years old now. 49, sorry. So yeah. The headlight lens was warped, so I had to straighten that out. I just clamped it against the banister on my stairs and heated it with a hairdryer to straighten this flat edge again, because it was sort of curved upwards. So that sorted that out, and I've siliconed it in place so it doesn't come out. But yeah, it's in pretty good condition for its age. The bag pattern is so 70s, I love it. Sort of showing the era, you know, end of the 60s, going into the 70s. Yeah, it's all nice and clean. Even polished the prongs on the plug. I haven't got any Type C bags, so I've had to put a junior bag in there, or junior senior bag, the UK versions, the H1 bags that we had over here. It's a generic one though, but anyway, if you're wondering what that tissue's for, I put an Auric, excuse me, I put an Auric Mulberry air freshener in there, and I stapled it to the bag, and it's sort of seeping through to the paper, so to stop it staining the inside of the bag, I put a piece of tissue there. But yeah, it's lovely and clean. This bag was absolutely filthy. Nice and clean now. It's got a 4-position height adjustment. It's got low, normal, high, and then shag. Of course, on the other side, your handle release. All the silver, or should I say nickel-plated metal, has been polished up. That part's aluminium, but most of this is steel. I'll show you underneath. Something interesting about the US ones, the convertibles, was that they still have this printing on here in the casting that says, "The Hoover cleaner makes rugs last longer, and it beats as it sweeps as it cleans." Well, that was gone in the 50s on our models over here. So it's interesting to still see that in the 70s. The brush roll could possibly do with sanding down and respraying, which I might do at some point. The bristles are in good condition. These are the original ones. There we go, new belt on, metal fan. The speed switch is different on the convertibles, or it is on this model anyway, than the UK Seniors. The UK Seniors twin speed switch was always the same. It was attached on the casting here underneath, and it was a electronic micro switch. Whereas this is just a lever that goes up to the motor, and then there's a little micro switch in there. But yeah, there was rust on these springs. Rust on... Where's it gone? Where's the other spring gone? There it is. There was rust on that spring, so I've managed to get all that off. And it's come up quite well. The headlight works, although it's the original one. It still works. You know, a regular filament 25 watt bulb, so I'm going to try and find an LED replacement to stop it heating up too much. Because it sits really close to that lens, so I want to try and get it LED so it doesn't warp that again. See, it's got some nice printing on there that says Convertible Deluxe, bit of dust on it there. This whole thing was absolutely filthy and full of like paint marks. I've got it off. There's a bit of a scratch there which had some dirt in it, which took a while to clean up. But it's all in lovely condition now. So I'll plug it in and I'll give you a demo of it. If any of you are wondering how I run my USA VACs in the UK, because of course the voltage is 120 in America and Canada, so in the UK you have to use a step-down transformer because we have 240 volts. So it's plugged in there at the socket, in the 240 volt UK socket, and it's a site transformer basically. And I bought this cord off Amazon that's got a US plug on the end, so it can just plug in there quite nicely. And it'll work fine. One other interesting thing to note about the US convertibles was only the Deluxe models had hand grips. The lower end models didn't have hand grips at all, it was just an exposed metal handle with a little cap on the end. So this is a Deluxe feature. It's a bit different to the hand grips that we have in the UK. I think the convertible, or what you would know in the USA as the Dialomatic, here in the UK had this hand grip with this style. But ours was a bit different than that. It sort of had ridges all running up the back here, and it had a Hoover logo. You can see it's got the round section for the Hoover logo, but it doesn't actually have one, and I believe that's because a retailer called JCPenney, I believe, sold Hoover convertibles under the Pencrest name and not branded Hoover, so that's why a lot of these don't have it. Another thing about the US convertibles is they all had the switch on the handle. I think some models didn't, earlier models I think than this, but I think by this era they all had handle switches. You see I've polished up that nickel plated steel there. Got a nice toggle switch. Card's in pretty good condition, it's just there's the odd place which I can't find at the moment. There it is. It's just one nick in the cord, but that's it. I'm not sure whether to just leave that yet, I haven't decided, or find some shrink tubing or something that will look good. Another thing interesting, some convertibles had the little spring-loaded catch like the seniors all had in the UK. That was here on the back of the handle, but a lot of them had a spring that held the bag up, and of course the bag is vinyl. In the UK they were sort of fabric and vinyl at the same time. It was more like a fabric that was plasticised on the outside than vinyl. This is just pure vinyl, and the quality of these bags isn't as good, but I just love this pattern. But anyway, I think that's enough with the droning on now with it, so let's switch it on and I'll give you a demo of it. I have done a brief video just switching it on and running it, but I thought I'd give it a bit more in depth since I've not been on for a while. So here we go. It runs really smooth. So there we go. Very nice indeed. I don't know if you saw there when I left it running in one spot, it sort of was pulling itself forward. But yeah, they purr really nicely, these machines, so... Anyway, there we go. That's my 1972 Hoover Convertible Deluxe 1076. Stay safe, and as always, thanks for watching, and take care.